very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you in the driver's seat to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. We have got an ongoing storm complex located to the north and west side of the region, located and slicing right through the heart of Illinois as we speak. We're going to be keeping eyes on this weather maker as we progress and we work throughout the day. As we work into this afternoon, folks, whatever is left and remaining of this particular weather maker is going to be sliding down here and making its way through. Now, we will have to keep eyes on things. A few storms today and throughout the overnight in particular could become strong to severe with a very active pattern that's going to be staying intact, it looks like, throughout the vast majority of this week. Let's get a look over the D93 Sky Cam downtown Bowling Green to get things kicked off for us. We are underneath a break of cloud cover. We're going to be underneath those partly to mostly cloudy skies as we pretty much work throughout the entirety of today. Same can be said overlooking the Beach Street News Sky Cam, overlooking Morgantown. You got the condensation, got the cloud cover there blanketed across pretty much the entirety of the Wobbles community. We have got temperatures and dew points, folks, that's sitting right around the low to mid 70s. It feels like a rainforest out there. We got the oppressive heat and humidity that's going to be coming back this week too, unfortunately. Today looks like it very well could be the coolest day before we really crank up those thermometers here, right? So this afternoon we'll be topping out right around the upper 80s, lower 90s region-wide. And folks, we're really going to crank it up beginning tomorrow, continuing into Wednesday. The potential for thermometers to hit between the mid and upper 90s with triple-digit heat indices, pretty much a guarantee given this particular setup. Getting a look here across the latest surface map, you can see we are stuck in this regime of northwest flow aloft, all right? We'll take a look at the 500 millibar level here in just a moment to depict this much better. But we kind of got this Swado boundary stretching out off to the north and west, stretching all the way up towards the southeastern tier of Nebraska, where you see that low pressure system at. And those storm complexes are just going to be riding that boundary south and east across the region. So let's jump over here and let's show you a better depiction. We were talking about this throughout a good portion of last week, and this is coming to fruition. We got this ridge that's building in across the south, and then whenever we take a look off to our north and east, we got that baggy trough there that's setting up right off of the northeast coast. This is what's going to be the driving force for these numerous disturbances to ride, where you can see we have the green arrows indicating right south and east through the heart of our community, all right? So let's give you the breakdown here, what's going to unfold at least over the course of the next 48 hours. With these particular setups, models are not great at handling these, all right? So let that be known. Take it with a grain of salt. This isn't exactly what's going to happen, but it is a pretty good indicator of what we were just discussing. Here we are working throughout today. And you can see we got some of these sporadic storms that are going to explode and blow up. But for the most part, throughout this morning, we should remain dry. Here's the lingering leftovers of that MCS that we were just looking at to our north and west. Still question marks on if it's going to be able to maintain down into our vicinity. If it is, a few of these storms could become strong, all right? So you can see here rolling around early to mid-afternoon, sporadic storm development. Again, folks, we are underneath a strong and severe storm threat today. Localized flooding like what we saw last night. We had reports from out of the south side of Butler County. Our good friend here at Weather or Not, Steve McKinney, said that they received nearly 2 inches of rainfall in a very short amount of time. I believe it with the numerous reports that you all sent in. Our atmosphere is absolutely jam-packed with moisture. Any storm that gets going, efficient rain producers will be a primary concern, along with damaging winds, maybe even an isolated tornado spin up, given the parameters within our environment. We're going to be looking at the overnight hours as a more prominent case for the opportunity at strong and severe storms. You can see here this MCS complex is going to be diving basically due south right along the Ohio River as we approach the latter part of this evening, right around midnight. And then as we progress throughout the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday morning, I know, the worst time of day possible, whenever the vast majority of us are tucked away and sleeping soundly, we're going to have to keep close eyes on this. You can see some of the shear markers here right along the Ohio River. That's indicating helicity or spin within the given environment. So there are going to be numerous threats that come along with this. And you can see here, folks, 3 into 4, 5 a.m., 6, 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That could definitely lead to localized flooding concerns, dropping copious amounts of the wet stuff in a very short amount of time. Then we're going to work throughout our Tuesday. We're going to clear out our skies, raise the sunshine coinciding with that southerly flow is going to take thermometers skyrocketing. As we work into our Tuesday afternoon, mid and upper 90s, triple-digit heat indices. And yes, folks, you'll see here, as we approach late afternoon through the evening hours of our Tuesday, we got these cells that are lining out and could be training over the same region, bringing flooding concerns, some of which could become rather significant throughout the course of the late afternoon and throughout the evening hours of our Tuesday. Folks, we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is going to be the same song and dance, all right? We're not looking as prominent on the rain and storm chance front, but our moisture content is going to be well above average for this time of year. Any convection, any storm that's able to blossom and get going is going to absolutely dump it right on top of our heads, all right? It is worth noting that some model members have hinted at the opportunity of 2 to 4 inches of rainfall coming along this afternoon and then with the overnight round. So let it be known, folks, the soils are saturated across a good portion of the area. It will not take much to get these flash flooding concerns to become realized across the region. Here's a look at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center regarding today's severe weather outlook. Again, folks, this isn't just for this afternoon. This is all the way through the overnight tonight. We've got a variety of threats that are on the table. The highest threats will be damaging straight line winds, excessive rainfall and flooding. We also can't rule out some tornado spin-ups coming along with the line, both this afternoon and again throughout the overnight. Hell, given the temperature profiles throughout the atmosphere, it doesn't like we're going to have to deal with that. But there will be a very low-level tier risk for that as well. So folks, please stay weather aware. Make for sure that your friends and loved ones stay that way too. We will be updating frequently throughout the day to bring you the full breakdown with any updates that are needed to be shared, okay? Here's a full 6-day forecast breakdown presented by our friends over at Ohio Valley Insurance. For today, scattered showers and storms, upper 80s for highs, and throughout the overnight, the same song and dance. Those storms could become strong to severe. Mid and upper 90s with triple-digit heat indices. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Folks, some models are spitting out heat indices at or exceeding the 100-degree mark. So don't be surprised if we see some heat advisory or even excessive heat warnings be issued for the Wobbles community throughout this week. Friday on into Saturday, we're going to cool down a degree or two, right around the low to mid-90s. But the scattered storm chances, folks, are going to stay very much alive with this jam-packed rainforest-like atmosphere that we seemingly cannot get rid of. That'll wrap up your Monday morning weather or not forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay dry, stay cool. Have a blessed start